Well, thank you, David, for that warm introduction. And on behalf of HUD, it's a real privilege to welcome you here to this absolutely beautiful setting as we honor some very distinguished leaders in the affordable housing arena. A visionary is someone who gives people the ability to see what they normally can't see. It's been said that if you can see the invisible, you can achieve the impossible. I believe there is nothing impossible about making the American dream come true for the millions of great men and women who call America their home. Although the American economy has taken off like a rocket ship, there's still many citizens who feel that they've been left behind. For many millennials, the housing market has become a lost dream. Many nurses, teachers, firefighters, policemen cannot afford to live in the same neighborhood where they work. But this administration has vowed that these forgotten men and women of America will be forgotten no longer. It's up to visionaries, these pioneers of the housing industry here tonight, and all of us to come together to forge the homes of the future, ones that are safe, high quality, and importantly, affordable. Leveraging the power of the public and private sectors, we can and will provide all people with the opportunity and the tools to achieve self-sufficiency. This week, HUD hosted our inaugural Innovative Housing Showcase on the National Mall, featuring state-of-the-art building techniques, featuring tiny homes, manufactured homes, modular homes. We even had a 3D printed automobile there that I drove. It was pretty cool. But, you know, what was really cool was watching so many of the young people, the young couples, as they went in and out of these structures. And they realized that a manufactured house was not a trailer. It was a beautiful place that looked like a luxury apartment here in Washington, D.C. at a fraction of the cost. And what we wanted to do is help educate the policymakers and tens of thousands of Americans through a wide variety of exhibitions, prototype homes, panel discussions with people from both sides of the aisle, policy conversations with leaders across the housing industry. And throughout that 5-day event, that's what took place. And you know, when you stop and think about how much the average new home costs, single-family home, is about $309,000. Now, what millennial can afford that? You know, you have to make $124,000 to be able to afford that. And a lot of people don't start out at $124,000. But when you looked at some of these manufactured homes and tiny homes, a very luxurious one costs about $165,000. Now, how much do you have to make to afford that? About $66,000. In fact, if you had two married people who were making just above minimum wage, you could afford that. And then when you start, and what I could see is the wheels turning in the minds of these young people. They were thinking, you know, we can afford this, and we can build equity, and then we can use that to move to the next stage. Because what we've seen is that the average age of buying that first home has increased dramatically. It used to be about 25, and then it was late 20s, and then it was early 30s, then it was mid 30s. Now it is late 30s. And who knows how much further behind we'll get if we don't start thinking about this. So here in our country's capital, you could see all of that excitement going on. And if you want to know about some of the things that we're doing, if you didn't get a chance to go to our website, HUD.gov. It's actually a revamped website. It's very entertaining, probably it's better than HBO. And particularly if you go to the section called Humans of HUDs, and you read about some of the stories of people who get involved. Like there was one young woman who didn't have a home. She wanted so badly to get a housing voucher, but it took a long time to get one. She finally got one. Then she couldn't find anybody who would accept the thing. But eventually she found someone who would accept it. She got involved in our family self-sufficiency program, started taking nursing courses, became a registered nurse, a homeowner, and a landlord who accepts housing vouchers. So, so 360 degrees all the way around. The stories are very impressive. But HUD is doing our part to strengthen our most successful initiatives, such as the Family Self-Sufficiency Program, our Rental Assistance Demonstration RAD program, which we're trying to get the cap lifted completely. And that really has preserved thousands of homes. And of course, the opportunity zones, which are driving billions of dollars in private sector investment into our nation's most vulnerable communities. But tonight truly belongs to you in the audience and those incredible recipients of tonight's awards who are turning idealism into action and turning vision into reality. And I want to thank the National Housing Conference for your invaluable work and your support for the work that HUD does. And of course, congratulations for hosting yet another successful event. Nothing can and nothing will stop these United States from solving our problems as long as we stay united. It's time to end the class warfare and to focus on common welfare. At the end of the day, it's not about Democrats or Republicans. It's about Americans. And President Woodrow Wilson Woodrow Wilson once said, "You are not here merely to make a living. You're here to enable the world to live more amply, with greater vision, with a finer spirit of hope and achievement." Few pioneers embody that sentiment better than the incredible leaders and visionaries assembled in this room tonight. Proverbs 29:18 says, "Without a vision, the people perish." On behalf of HUD, I look forward to fighting for that greater vision with you and for you in the exciting months ahead. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.